Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the first video in the series about the good old new MMORPGs about the superheroes. So, you're probably thinking, what is this whole good old new MMORPG thing? Well, let me tell you, obviously if it's old, then it already existed for quite a while. If it's new, there must be like something in addition to it, like some recent update or something. Well, let me explain what I mean by that. You know that expression that states that everything new is just very well forgotten old. So, if for instance we launch a light beam at something and let it go for a long time, and then it will reach the, I don't know, some reflecting surface, and then it will launch back at us. We will be already like in several million years forward or something, and we will forget about the light that we launched, and when it comes back to us we'll go, oh, this is new. So that's what I mean. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but that's what I'm actually talking about when I mean good old new MMORPG. Why am I bringing this up now? Well, basically, when this particular MMORPG was launched, Champions Online, by the way it's called, should have introduced it in the beginning, basically the comics and movies based on comics were not as much advertised, and they were not as much popular like as they are now, obviously, because there are like DC movies, Marvel movies, the X-Men from the 20th Century Fox, Marvel Cinematic Universe with Avengers, superheroes, and DC movies like with the Dark Knight trilogy and stuff. So all this stuff is being released, and people are obviously concentrated on the hype about these movies. So I thought, well, now is actually the time to try and advertise the good old, games, MMOs, rather specifically, that are based on superhero agenda. So, what is Champions Online about? Why do I want to present it to you as something that should be like released and advertised today? Well, first of all, you can create pretty much any superhero you want in there. So let's say you want to create a vampire or some sort of robotic android that has super abilities, or if it's like some sort of bestial creature, or if it's just like humanoid that has some simple gadgets or superpowers or whatever. You can do all that. You can customize almost anything about your character. That's what I love about this game. Basically, the appearance is made from millions and millions and millions and millions of various combinations of costume parts, and even if you don't donate, invest money into the Champions Online, you still have tons and tons of costume pieces to go through and choose for your character. And even if you don't donate anything towards the Champions Online, you still get a choice of some power sets. Basically, the good things about it, customization, obviously. You can customize not just costume, I mean, you can customize the superpower sets, but that only comes if you invest money into it. So if you're a subscriber in the game, then yeah, you can pick up any powers as long as you subscribe, and customize your character in any way you want. Also, you get loads of bonuses and ability to earn special currency that usually you would have to pay money for. It's called Zen or something. they usually change it all the time. But the good thing is that you can not only customize your appearance, as I said, you can customize your powers, superpowers, abilities, weapons, and you can actually pick almost about, let's say, about 10 free super travel powers, so that you get super speed, super jump, swinging. I'm not sure if that's free anymore, but yeah, you get flight, you get the jetpack ability, you get all sort of things in the game, and they all have customized the animations, the effects and stuff like that. So everything considered, it's a very customizable character game, and I think this is what we need nowadays, because it allows us to feel anyone we want, and even if you don't invest money into the game, you can still make your character based on someone power wise. And if you do invest, so if you pay subscription, the customization is pretty much limitless. So for instance, well, I've spoken about the advantages so far. The disadvantages, as you might have guessed by now, are obviously the complete pay-to-win aspect of the game. So you have to pay for pretty much everything. Like, so if you want like extra appearance options, you have to pay. If you want extra customization of powers, you have to pay. Like, you have to pay for the choosing the color of your powers. You have to pay for being able to open special chests in the game, called logboxes. And basically, if you pay for the subscription, you can actually open the freeform slots, so-called, where you can get any sort of set of power you want. That's called a freeform. If you don't do it, you can still have got access to loads of archetypes, but they're quite limited in choice sometimes. So the other disadvantage, obviously, is not a very updated graphics, because I mean, it may be advantage, may be disadvantage to some of the people, but I mean, if you look at it with different graphics options in the menu enabled and disabled, it still looks like a comic, so it's got cel shaded graphics. But some people like it, some people don't, so it's up to you whether you want to play around with those options to make it more realistic. I'd say disable the character outline, so that it doesn't look like the comic, it looks more like in real 3D world. But again, some people might want to leave it on. And obviously the gameplay itself would be foolish not to speak of it. It is based on pressing buttons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and combinations of buttons as well. So pretty much RPG online that allows you to play as any superhero that you create, and if you invest, you can also customize your powers. Now mind that even if you don't pay anything into the game, you can still be a really powerful hero and be able to come out on top in PvP and PvE, because it is reasonably balanced. But again, like, if you pay, obviously you get an upper edge. It just gives you advantage over visuals and slightly customization options. So the good thing about it is you can make loads of cosplays, obviously, like as I did, like from Marvel, from DC, from Star Wars. Like, I'm not sure if I did any from DC, but oh well. From pretty much any universe you can think of, any character, any shape or form, any race, species. You can change the color of the skin, the color of the costume. You can make samurais, as I said. You can make robots, androids. You can make superheroes, vigilante, magicians, anything. Also, the good thing about it is that you have alerts, but those become available from level 10, so you need to level up a little bit. This game has in total 40 levels for each character, so you can level from 1 to 40, and there is also an option to skip tutorial to go straight to level 6 once you've completed it with one of the characters. And yeah, I think this game deserves a new breath of life, and it deserves some attention from the players. So if you like it, give it a try, like before you like it, obviously, and check out for yourself. It's free to play at the moment, and it is very, very, very rich with customization options. That's its selling point. So I'm not gonna say much more, I'm just gonna let you check it out for yourself. Thanks for watching. That was Victor's Wagon 360 out.